10 Social Security myths. Yeah, we all know about Social Security. Huge institution, right? That's going to be there for all of us when we retire, right? There's a lot of things that people think about Social Security that isn't really true. I've got 10 of them for you right here. So let's go. Number one, the government raids Social Security to pay for other programs. That's not technically true. Social Security is set up through a branch of the United States Treasury. The government will borrow money at times to pay for other things, but they have always paid it back. There's never been a time where the government has defaulted on any of that. So the government technically does not raid Social Security to pay for other programs. Yes, it does borrow, but it has always paid them back. Now, a lot of these things, these myths, may have been true in the past. Before 1984, Ronald Reagan and the government instituted some sweeping changes in Social Security that has changed a lot of things that you may have thought were true about Social Security. For instance, number two, you don't pay taxes on Social Security. When you're retired, you don't pay taxes on Social Security unless you make more than $25,000. If you make from $25,000 to $25,000 to $34,000, you pay 50% on Social Security. If you make above $34,000, that is bumped up to 85%. So yes, if you are bringing in income during Social Security, you can face some pretty heavy taxes on it, okay? That's why, the government puts that in place so they don't want people abusing Social Security for people who don't really need it. So, if you keep your income below a certain level, you should be good. Number three, you will outlive, or you have the potential to outlive Social Security payments. That is not true at all. You get Social Security payments for as long as you live. As long as you live, you get Social Security payments. You can live to be 150, like I'm going to, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Doesn't matter, guys. You will always have a Social Security payment. Now, may it change in the future? May it change because, of certain changes in government regulations? Your amount could change. But it doesn't stop the fact that you will always receive Social Security payments for as long as you live. Number four, an ex-spouse's benefits come out of your own, and they may qualify for up to 50% of your benefits. Yes, if you have an ex-wife, an ex-husband, they can use your Social Security payment as the basis for them also getting Social Security payments. But this money does not come out of your own Social Security payment. That is a big myth. It's not going to affect your payment at all. They are just entitled to, and I should say they may be entitled to, there are certain caveats, to up to 50% of your Social Security payment. But these payments do not reduce the amount of payments that will be paid to you as an individual through Social Security. Number five, you'll never get back all the money that you put into Social Security. Well, it depends on how long you live. If you, unfortunately, pass away soon after you're retired, yeah, that's true. But there is a study out there that shows that most people get back more than they put in to Social Security. So it all depends on how long you live as far as how much you're going to get back in Social Security. If you retire at 65 and you unfortunately pass away at 70, yeah, you won't get nearly as much as you put in. If you retire at 65 and you pass away at 98, you're going to get a lot more than you put into it. So no, you will not outlive your Social Security payments in most cases. The next one, benefits only on wages earned less than 65 years old. In other words, benefits are only based on wages that you've earned when you're 65 years and younger. This is not true. If you work past 65, you can still, that will still take into effect your Social Security amount if you have not taken it yet. Social Security is based on the top 35 earning years of your earning history, okay? So that's why, people, there are certain people that choose to work all the way. My dad worked until he was 70, you know? He was still, after 65 years old, that was still affecting his overall Social Security payment when he decided to take that. It all depends on your top 35 earning years during your whole work history. Hey, if you were 15 years old and making $100,000 a year, I'm sure that was probably one of your top earning years. Doesn't matter the age. It matters on how much you made. Okay. The annual COLA adjustment is guaranteed. No, it's not. If there's inflation, yes, you will get a cost of living adjustment. If there is not inflation, you will not get a cost of living adjustment. So don't go into retirement thinking that every single year you're going to get a bump. It doesn't work that way. Now, as we've seen in the last couple of years, there's been a couple actually significant COLA bumps in Social Security, right? Because the inflation was going up pretty quick there, right? Nothing like the 1970s, but still, there were some decent COLA bumps there, okay? But it is not guaranteed that you will get that. It all depends on inflation. The next one, Social Security will be sufficient to cover all of your retirement needs. Not by a long stretch, guys. Not by a long stretch. Unless you are very, 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 very frugal. No. On average, Social Security covers about 30% of what you need to live on in retirement. Yes, that goes up to people that have humongous expenses in retirement as well. So can that 30% figure be skewed? Yes. Let's bump it up to 50%. Okay? That's still, let's say it covers half of your expenses. So no, Social Security will not cover all your living expenses in retirement at all. Even that guy in the motorcycle. No, sorry, man, you're wrong. It's a myth. Okay, so remember that when you're planning for retirement, Social Security is there as an aid for you. It's to help you. But don't depend on it, being there for all your expenses in retirement. It just does not work that way. The last one I have, Social Security is broke. It's not broke. Even if by 2033 or 34, one of those years, Congress has not figured anything out, as far as like the surplus of Social Security and how to get back into that. Even if they haven't figured anything out, just by fact of wages, that, when people are paid wages from their job, that automatically a portion of that goes to Social Security. Just that amount on its own will pay for 80% of the Social Security needs without the surplus. So no, Social Security is not broke. It won't be broke. As long as we're pulling money in from people that are currently working, it will be good up to 80% of taking care of all the needs that Social Security has promised. Will it be better if they get a surplus on it? Heck yeah, it will be. But it doesn't mean that it's broke. Okay? So, hopefully those have dispelled a little bit of your myths on Social Security. I have to admit, some of these I didn't know about until I started researching it, but it just kind of gives you a better idea for planning. How can I plan for retirement? Keep these 10 10 tips in mind when you plan for retirement about Social Security, okay? And for any of you who are seeing me for the first time, my name is Duane. This is a channel on retiring on moderate income. If you're interested in that, please consider subscribing. And if you like it, please like it as well. And to my current subscribers and viewers, keep those comments coming, guys. You got the best comments on any channel that I've seen in retirement. And believe me, I go into other channels and I look at their comments as well. You guys got them killed. You got them beat by a mile. So keep those coming in. I use a lot of those comments for topics on my video. And occasionally I'll say which one I use. If it was a direct comment and I use that for a video, I will tell you. So keep those comments coming. It's helping me, it's helping you, and that's what this channel is about, helping each other get through retirement on a moderate income. Okay, guys? So just keep them coming. Keep them coming as always. And just remember, if we plan, if we're confident in our plan, goes a long way to we got this.